Hi, my name's Al, and today I'm going to show you how to solve that sinking feeling if you've got a slipping seat post. If you find that your seat post is slipping when you're riding, don't just crank the bolts in your seat clamp even tighter. What you need to do is make sure that everything's prepped correctly, and we're going to show you how to do that right now. A rag, carbon fibre assembly compound, grease, a torque wrench, some Allen keys. Over tightening your seat clamp can not only damage your frame, can also damage your seat post itself. First thing to make sure is that you've got the correct size seat post. It's a 27.2 frame and a 27.2 post. They have to match, otherwise it's never going to work. If your post is slipping, let's start with the basics, take things apart and do it all properly. So we're going to undo the clamp. This seat post clamp has 2 bolts, which helps to spread the load. With that loose, you may want to mark your saddle height first, by the way. Bit of tape works wonders there. We're going to remove the seat post and saddle from the frame. So here's your saddle and your post and your seat clamp. First part of this is we're going to clean everything. So clean around the top of the seat tube, the slot at the back, and as far down inside the tube as you can. Do the same to the post. If there's any grease, it might be a good idea to use a bit of alcohol or some degreaser to make sure that this is completely clean. One thing that you should note is that you should never ever use grease on a carbon frame or a carbon seat post, because carbon can absorb the grease and it will cause it to swell, which will damage it. Also, pay attention to the seat clamp. Give this a good clean. And we're going to remove these bolts. Over time, these bolts will get covered in grit and may become rusty from all the water and road debris that's getting thrown up by the back wheel. So we're going to remove those and we're going to clean the threads. Give the threads a good clean. It helps to have a toweling kind of rag here. Gets in between all the threads, really helps to get them good and clean. If you can also remove the threaded inserts in your seat clamp, remove those also. You can see these are pretty gritty, and we'll give those a good clean as well. Clean inside where those threaded inserts sit in the clamp to get rid of any grit. With the grit gone, these bolts are less likely to bind. We're going to grease them as well, and this will really make the most of the tightening torque that you put into the bolt. If these are all corroded and rusty, dirty, then as you turn them, not all of the torque that you put into the bolt is going to be going into actually tightening the seat clamp. Put the threaded inserts back into the clamp and refit the bolts. Okay, next we're going to refit the seat clamp. Here we've got a carbon fibre frame, so in this instance we're not going to apply any grease here. If your frame's made of metal, so tie, alloy, steel, it's a good idea to apply some anti-seize compound to the outside of the seat tube. Align the clamp correctly And regardless of what your seat post or frame is made from, if your seat post is slipping, this is the stuff to get. Some carbon fibre assembly compound. Basically got small bits of grit or plastic beads or whatever they are inside the gel, and as you tighten the seat clamp, these will help to grip the post inside the frame, so it'll be much less likely to slip. It also helps prevent it from seizing inside the frame, which is obviously of great consideration. So we're refitting the seat post, lots of excess assembly compound there. Just going to wipe that off. And once we're happy that the saddle is aligned correctly, we're going to tighten the bolts. On this seat clamp, we have a torque setting. This is pretty common. However, this is one place I recommend not following the torque setting. You'll probably see that you have a maximum torque setting. So this bottom bolt is rated to 5 Newton meters. Some clamps will go much higher than that, but often you don't need anywhere near that torque. As long as you don't exceed the torque, what you're looking for is a solid post that isn't going to slip when you're riding. So all we're going to do is we're going to tighten the bolts. This lower one's rated to 5 Newton meters, so it can be a bit tighter than the top one, which is just a couple of Newton meters. So we're just going to nip that top one up. A bit tighter on the bottom. If you're unsure of torque settings, then use your torque wrench. Set the bottom one to 3, top one to 1. You know, start from there, see how you get along, see how tight it all is. And we're nowhere near torque there, and that's absolutely solid. So you're not going to have any issues with slipping. If after you've done this, you still find your post is slipping, you've checked everything, then maybe get yourself one of these double clamps. It really does help to hold everything more solidly. So that's it. That seat post is going nowhere, and you're ready to hit the road. Thanks for watching. See you next time.